for the person he is, So, guys, we are about to get things kicked off. All right, we're about to get things kicked off. I know I got my chairman brother on the line as well. And I'm just making sure that he is here. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Can you hear me, Mr. Lashley, brother? Am I coming through good?
Sir. Hold on, sir, man.
Excited for tonight's call. Drop some sevens in the chat because I know without a shadow of a doubt, this call is a next level call. And what that means is that all of us on the line, you, me, Kai, David, all of the individuals who are on this call tonight, we're going to a next level. And I love what Kai said. He pretty much said it all. But one of the things that he said that I want to highlight and I want to piggyback off of is that while you're on this call, make sure you've got a big expectation. Make sure you have, actually take some time out to write it down now. What do you expect this call to do for you? What do you expect this call to the impact this call will have on your business, on your life, on your relationship, on your family? Because the truth is, I love what Kai said. Yes, David is very successful from an income standpoint, but he's also incredibly successful from an impact standpoint. This man has touched many lives, millions of lives all across the world, not just in the industry of network marketing, but with his foundation, with his charity, with his ability to give and be able to make an impact with his money. That's something that gets me very excited and something that I really admire about him, and I know that in the grand scheme of things, the success principles that he's going to teach us tonight, what it is that we're going to learn, we're going to be able to apply them to any area of our lives. And that's really what this thing is about. It's about growth on a holistic level, growth as a whole person, so that you could grow not just in your business, but in your family. You can grow in your health. When I think about Believe Nation and, the whole concept on which it was created, on the pillars that are geared towards success in all in these 7 key areas of your life. And, business is one, finance is one, health is one of them, relationships are one of them, and I really believe that what David will talk about tonight, I have no clue what he's going to talk about tonight, but I'm expecting, I know that it's going to be something going to, catapult my life, not just my business. And I want you to have that same expectation too. So again, guys, let me see if he's on, because, he told me that he was going to be on in 7 minutes, and that was about 5 minutes ago. So let me see if he's on here. He's here.
What's going on? How you doing, Akeem?
Yes, sir. I'm doing well, brother. How are you?
I am fantastic. Love the sweatshirt, man. It's nice.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. I got play special, man.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, what I'm going to quickly is just pass it over to our coach and mentor. Kai and myself, we did some edification and just introduction before. Now that he's on, what I want you guys to do is make sure that you've got a pen and paper, something to take notes. Make sure that your heart is open to receive, because I'm telling you, I know without a shadow of a doubt, what this man is going to do for us tonight is going to take us to a new level. That's my expectation. That's my belief. And I know that it's already done. So Mr. Imonitie, over to you, sir. You can take it away, and we can kick this call off.
All right. Well, thank you, Akeem and Kai, for putting this call together. And I want to thank each and every one of you for actually chiming into the call tonight. Definitely appreciate your time. And I don't take any time I get the opportunity to share with people. I don't take it for granted. Don't take it lightly whatsoever. So I do appreciate your time, and hopefully over the next moments that we spend together, there will be something that I could share with you that could really make a difference in your life and in your business as well. And I'm going to assume that everybody that's on this call is someone that really, really wants to have success, is really looking to have major success in life, in business, and you're willing to go through the journey. All right. And that's really the first thing I want to talk to you guys about, was that I was willing to go through a journey. Now, my journey has taken me to where it is that I am today after 18 years. But some of you may not know, my first 5 years, almost 5 years in this industry, I had little to no monetary success. All right. I was not a 6-figure earner. Combined, I hadn't even made $100,000 in 5 years, and I was full time. I wasn't part time. I wasn't sometime. I was really full time in the business, in the various businesses that I was in. But I was successful because I was committed to the process. I was committed to doing the work. At first, I didn't know I was doing the work mentally, even though I was. But I was really committed to doing the work physically. I was really committed to developing the skill sets of someone who was worthy of earning 6 figures, or maybe one day earning 7 figures. I can't tell you that coming up my first 5 years, I even had the thought process that I could earn, that type of income on a yearly basis. I don't think it ever crossed my mind. It didn't cross my mind until I was exposed to people that were earning that type of income. And over through the process of time, my belief system started to grow and started to believe that was possible for me. So I hope that you can truly understand that and not expect, because I know in the world that we live in today, we live in a microwave society where we want everything to happen really, really fast. We want the success really fast. We want the goals to happen really, really fast. And there's nothing wrong with fast success, but fast success without development, without growth, ladies and gentlemen, without character, without integrity, eventually you're going to lose that. So what I want you to do is make a commitment tonight that you're going to go through the process, however long it's going to take. For some of you, maybe 2 years, some of you, maybe a year, some of you, maybe 5 years, some of you, maybe 10 years. I don't know. But you got to be willing to say, I'm going to go through the process and I'm going to see it through in order for me to get to where it is that I want to go. And I'm going to share with you just a couple things that you can start thinking about and a couple things that you can start applying. Okay, start applying to your business right away. When you first look at the opportunity, sometimes it can look daunting, right? Like, man, how am I going to get to the levels of income that I want to get to? Now you see other people there and you hear the stories, but it's still like, man, how am I going to do this? Well, the very first thing I want you to do is I want you to get really reconnected or get connected to why are you doing this business? Okay, why did you get involved in I Am Mastery Academy? What is it that you saw? What is it that you felt that made you say, okay, I'm going to make the decision to be a part of this business? What is it that you want to accomplish? All right. What's the driving force? I want you to write that down. What's my driving force to doing this? Because it is going to take a tremendous amount of drive. It is going to take a tremendous amount of determination. It's going to take a tremendous amount of fortitude. It's going to take a tremendous amount of focus. It's going to take everything you've got, all right, in order for you to go where it is that you want to go. And you have to know that in the very beginning. You can't show up to a gunfight with a knife, right? If you're in a gunfight, you got to show up with a gun, right? So you can't show up to a business like this thinking, okay, well, I'm going to just stick my toe into it. I'm going to see if it's going to work. No, you got to be ready to give it your all, but you're only going to give it your all if there's something that's motivating you, something that's driving you, something that's really moving you to take massive action every single day. All right. So once you connect with that, all right, I think everything else is going to be not easy, but simple, because now the option of failing, the option of quitting is now off the table. Right? For 18 years that I've been in this profession, ladies and gentlemen, I quit one time after, I think it was after my second year. I quit for about 6 months. I didn't want to hear anything about network marketing. I thought everybody was a liar. They told me I was going to become successful. And here I am. I'm still living with my dad. I'm still broke, right? And I was literally a bum for 6 months, but someone kept believing in me. Someone kept reaching out to me. And finally, I got back on the horse and started to work my journey in order to get to where it is that I am today. So I'm grateful that I didn't stay a quitter, right? Because when you stay a quitter, that's when failure is guaranteed. So once you figure out, okay, this is why I'm doing the business. Now you've got a goal, but there's got to be some benchmarks. Right? There's got to be some benchmarks. And for some of you, you may not even have a goal. you may not know what is it that you want to accomplish. So I'll put this in, and I want you guys to answer this in the chat. What is your goal for 2022? How much income per month do you want to earn in 2022? All right. I want you to put that in the chat. I want to just kind of see where your mindset is at right now. Per month, is it $5,000 a month? Is it 10? Is it 20? What is your goal? 10,000, 30,000, okay? 10K, all right? 10K, most people are putting 10K. If you're on this call, put your goal in there. I want to see where you are. 10K, all right? So 50K, all right? 20K, 10K, all right? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go with 10,000 a month, all right? $10,000 a month is what I see most people put in. Obviously some people have more than that, but we'll go with 10K. So $10,000 a month. There is a game plan to actually getting there. All right, there's a game plan to actually getting there. And that game plan starts with you becoming a Platinum 1000. So here's what you'll do. You'll write down, and I said it on the live yesterday, starting March 1st, I'm gonna write down what my goal is, okay? What my goal is 10 times every single day. As a matter of fact, this is my goal book right here, okay? I'm gonna use this book here every single day. I'm gonna write down the same goal 10 times, okay? Same goal 10 times. And I want you to write it in the morning, and then I want you to read it to yourself right before you go to bed. So you write in the morning, read in the morning, okay? Write it in the morning, read it at night, sorry. Write it in the morning, read it at night, write it in the morning, read it at night, starting March 1st. And I'm gonna do that every single day for the rest of this year, okay? Because what I've gotta do is I've gotta get my mind to a place where it only understands that particular address. Remember, my mind is the GPS, it's the navigational system, but my mind is submissive to my spirit. And my spirit is the words that I speak, the words that I feed it, okay? So I'm gonna feed it what my goal is. Every single day, I'm gonna write it down 10 times, and I'm gonna read it 10 times a day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm telling you to do, I've never done before. I can only imagine what's gonna happen for me when I do this. Now, I'm one of the biggest believers anyone has probably ever met, right? But this is taking it to a whole nother level. I've written my goals down hundreds of times, thousands of times, all that. But to write it down every single day, at least 10 times, and read it every single night, at least 10 times, I'm just fired up about it. And hopefully you come on that journey with me, okay? So I'm gonna set the intention, and this is what I'm gonna do, because I've gotta make it the dominating thought of my life, right? And if it's the first thing I do in the morning, and it's the last thing I do before I go to bed, ladies and gentlemen, I can promise you this, it is going to become the dominating thought of my mind. And when it does, now the right opportunities, the right situations, the right people, they're gonna come into my life on their own, okay? So your goal is 10K. I want you to write that down. I'm so happy and grateful now that I earn $10,000 per month, okay? And put by December 31st, 2022. I'm so happy and grateful now that I earn $10,000 per month by December 31st, 2022. Just write it out 10 times like that and read it, all right? Now we've got to do the work. Once we've set the intention, we set the goal. Now, what's the roadmap in order for me to get there? The roadmap starts with you going Platinum 1000. But let's look at it and say, okay, first thing, I want you guys to write this down. This is important. The first thing that we want to do is we want to get our 2 and free. Now, everybody on this call is brand new. Doesn't matter what your rank is. I want you to listen to me tonight with a brand new set of eyes, with a brand new set of ears. Forget about the past, whatever's happened in the past, forget that, because you can change the past based on how you change the future. The past is that 10K a month that you wrote down. That's the past, right? That is the past, because the future creates the past. So you've already written your future down, and it's created the past, okay? So first things first is I want to get my 2 and free, all right? The next thing I want to do is I want to personally sponsor 12 to 15 people. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the month of March, this month in February, I want you to get your 2 and free. Everybody that's brand new, that's your goal for the month of February. Well, David, I'm a platinum 2000. David, I'm a platinum 5000. No, you're not. You're brand new. Brand spanking new in the business. I'm going to get my 2 and free. That's the first thing. 2 and free, not 2 and 3, 2 and free. All right, 2 and free. That's the first thing I'm going to do. And I'm going to get that done in the month of February. If you believe that you can do that, I want you to type a 222 in the chat. If you believe that you can do that, type a 222 in the chat. All right, doesn't matter what rank you're in. Kai, Akeem, you're going to do the same exact thing. 2 and free, the month of February. So we've got how many days left here? This is the 20, it's going to be the 24th. So we got 4 days. All right, 4 days. I'm going to sponsor 2 brand new customers within the next 4 days. I'm going to come back to how we're going to do it. All right. In the month of March, I want you to set the goal that you're going to personally enroll 12 to 15 people. All right. So that's the second thing. These are all benchmarks that will allow you to get to that 10K a month that we talked about. All right. I'm asking you to do what you can do. If you do enough of what you can do and you teach enough people to do what they can do, you will actually accomplish what you believed you could not do. I'm going to say it again. I'm asking you to do what you can do. And if you do enough of what you can do and teach other people to do what they can do, you will actually accomplish what you believed you could not accomplish. What do I mean by that? Well, by helping everybody right now on this call, saying, okay, we're going to get our 2 and free in February. And in the month of March, we're going to personally enroll 12 to 15 people. If you believe that in the entire month of March, you could actually enroll 12 to 15 people, I want you to type a 777 in the chat. All right, I'm gonna give you those first 2 things, and I'm gonna backtrack and show you how we're gonna do it. Okay. All right, 12 to 15 in the month of March. Now, how are we gonna do this? All right, I want you guys to write this down. This business, ladies and gentlemen, is a numbers game. But how many people do I have in my pipeline? How many people am I exposing to this opportunity? All right. How many people have I shared this concept with? How many people per day am I exposing to the business? Your goal, ladies and gentlemen, your goal from now until the end of March, the goal is to sponsor 12 to 15. But the real goal, ladies and gentlemen, is to expose 120 to 150 people to the opportunity. The real goal is to expose 120 people to 150 people to the opportunity. Why? Well, because it's a numbers game. And I look at the numbers and I say 1 out of 10. If 1 out of 10 says yes to me, I've sponsored my 12 to 15. All right. Over the next 4 days, I'm going to expose the business to 20 people. If I expose the business to 20 and only 1 out of 10 says yes, I've enrolled my 2 and free for the month of February. All right. So always look at it from a 1 out of 10. Now, some of you will be better than 1 out of 10. Some of you will be 2 out of 10. Some of you will be 3 out of 10. You're 3 out of 10. You're more than likely going to be a multi-millionaire in this business. But 1 out of 10 is good. It's great. I think I'm probably about 1 out of 10, maybe 1 or 2 out of 10 people that I expose to the opportunity that actually do get involved in the business. All right. So that's what I want you to focus on. I'm going to expose the business to 120 to 150 people. Now, I want you to write this down, because when you're exposing people to the business, one of the first things that you've got to learn, and you can only learn this through repetition, is what is your power phrase? So I'm going to put that in the chat. What is your power phrase? Power phrase. What is my, unique sales proposition? What do I say to a would-be customer? What do I say to a potential business partner? What do I say to a potential customer? What I say is very simple. Hey, listen, in the last 10 years, the amount of money that's flowed into your bank account, how much money have you made on it? 9 out of 10 people, the answer is going to be none. Now, let me ask you a question. When they say none, so what if there was a way, what if there was a skill that you could learn that would actually teach you how to multiply the money that you currently have right now? Would you want to know about it? Okay, that's a power phrase. Another power phrase that I could use is like, say, listen, the world is changing right now and everything is moving towards the digital aspects, the metaverse. Everything is moving towards cryptocurrency. Do you believe that you have enough knowledge when it comes to where the direction that money is actually going? Most people are going to say none. What if there was a platform out there that could actually teach you about where money is today, but more importantly, where money is actually going so you can actually capitalize on it? Okay. Another power phrase that I would use is say, listen, do you currently keep your income options open right now? Okay. I'm not sure how you're doing financially. You may be doing well, you may not be doing well, but it doesn't matter. Are you open-minded to finding various ways to actually increase your finances? Okay. Person says yes, right? These are all different power phrases that I utilize when I'm talking to people in conversation. Now, it's key to actually create that conversation with them, right? Find out a little about what they do, find out about their family, find out about their recreation, what they like to do for fun, see if you guys have anything in common. And then I probably will ask that question. Hey, listen, do you keep your income options open right now? I may say, hey, listen, everybody's talking about crypto right now. Everybody's talking about the foreign exchange market. But you know what? A lot of people are not knowledgeable about it. I actually partnered up with a company that actually teaches people, and I'm learning myself too, that teaches people how to benefit from what the banks and hedge funds and our governments have been benefiting from for many, many years. If I could get you on a call, all right? If I could get you on a call for you to hear some information about how you can benefit, is that something that you would actually want to take advantage of? Okay. Listen, I'm not sure, but I'm having a private call tonight with some of my business partners, and we're going to be talking about the shift of money. We're going to be talking about where money is actually going and how we can actually capitalize on it. I don't know if you qualify to be a part of that, but I'm going to ask some of my business partners to see if I can invite you on the call so you can actually listen in. It's not going to be long, 20, 25 minutes, and we're going to share with you what it is that we actually do. I'm just rattling off. Now, guys, I'm not scripted. I'm speaking from the heart. I'm asking questions. I'm telling the truth. I'm not overselling. I'm not saying, hey, come get involved. We're going to show you how you can make all this money. No, I'm leaning towards the education. I'm leaning towards you understanding that you want to learn this, that you want to understand this. I see people on the internet constantly talking about crypto, constantly talking about NFTs. But you know what? I realize a lot of them are not knowledgeable about it because they haven't learned about it. They're just going off of what they see on Instagram or on TikTok. Well, listen, I've partnered up with a company that's actually teaching people how they can benefit from the metaverse, teaching people how they can benefit from cryptocurrency, how they can actually really, think about it, benefit from crypto even when crypto's down or when crypto's up. All right. Another power phrase that you can use, and I'm giving you, these are all different things you can say. Another power phrase that I use, hey, listen, knowing what you know now about Bitcoin, if you could have invested in Bitcoin just 5 years ago, 10 years ago, would you have done it? Yeah, I would have done it. Well, listen, I partnered up with a company, all right, that's created a platform that's showing people how they can benefit from Bitcoin, even when Bitcoin is up. And guess what? Even when Bitcoin is down. If I could actually create an opportunity for you to listen in, would that be of value to you? Okay. All right. All right. And listen, I don't know if you qualify to get this information, but my business partner told me, they said, listen, if I knew somebody that was really sharp, really money motivated, that really wanted more out of life, that I could invite them on this call. I just want to make sure, is that you? Yeah, that's me. Okay, good. Well, listen, the call is going to be at 7 p.m. I'm going to get the code because it's a private call. I'm going to get the code and I'm going to call you about 10 minutes before the call to give you the code so you can actually listen in. Now, listen, once the call is over, call me back as soon as possible because I have some of my other business partners on there and I want to be able to get your call before they call me. I hope you're taking notes. All right. I know we're recording this call so you can go back and actually look at some of these power phrases. All right. Hey, listen, another thing that I do, I'll mirror and match. So if I'm talking to a young lady, I'll share a story of a young lady that's been successful in the business, right? Hey, listen, or what I'll do is I'll look at who's doing the call, right? And I will share their story of how they were successful with my prospect. Hey, listen, I've got this private call that's happening tonight. And one of my good friends, business partner of mine, Akeem Bourne, just an incredible young man. He got involved in this business a couple of years ago and has actually earned multiple six figures doing this. And he told me if I knew somebody that was really sharp, really money motivated, that he would actually get on a call with them. He's actually doing a private call. So I'm going to see if I can get you on. Can you carve out 20 minutes of your day, all right, at this particular time to be on this call? I don't know when the next one will be, but I think I can get you on this call here tonight. See, guys, when I'm making the phone call, when I'm making contact with these individuals, right, I am, number one, I'm showing value for what it is that I have. I'm not begging them. I'm not trying to bug them. I'm not trying to convince them. I'm showing value for what it is that we have. And then what I'm doing is I'm being in a hurry, right? I'm being in a hurry. I'm not, my tonality, I have the right speed, I have the right tempo, I have the right confidence, right? And what it is that I'm saying, I'm showing value for what it is that I have to offer them. I'm not forcing it on them. I'm kind of making them feel like, I don't know if you really qualify for it. Really what I'm doing is I'm taking it away, right? That's what I'm doing. I'm taking it away so they, it's kind of like that car salesman. If you go to the dealership and he says, yeah, I got 20 of these cars versus, hey, listen, this is the last one. And I got 5 other people that want it. I don't know. Are you ready? Right? And it's probably going to make you want to buy that car even faster. So these are just some things that I would say, and I say it in the conversation style. I'm in a hurry. I'm not going fast, but I'm in a hurry. Hey, listen, real quick, something just came across my desk, and I thought of you. My business partner that I'm working with, she told me, she said, listen, if I know someone that was really sharp, really money motivated, that really wanted more out of life, that she would be willing to share this concept with them. Now she's having a private call that's happening tonight at 7 p.m. And I don't know if you qualify to be a part of it, but I'm going to ask you to see if you can get on at 7 p.m. Well, I think I can get on. Well, let me ask you this question. Knowing what you know now about Bitcoin 10 years ago, would you have invested? Think about it. If you knew about Bitcoin 10 years ago, would you have invested in Bitcoin? Absolutely. Well, listen, she's going to be sharing with us tonight how we can benefit from Bitcoin, whether Bitcoin is up or Bitcoin is down. When I heard that, I was like, man, I got to take advantage of that, right? Because this is where money is going. Money is going towards digital currency, right? So we've got to be knowledgeable about it. And, maybe for the first time, we get a chance to be first, all right? So guess what? This call is going to happen at 7 p.m. Guys, because I've been doing it for so long, I don't have to think about it. And guess what, guys? When you do it with 120 to 150 people and you have this type of conversation, by the time you do it the 10th time, the 20th time, the 30th time, you're going to be an expert. It's just going to roll off your tongue. See, guys, what we're talking about here is, do you have the ability to connect with people? Do you have the ability to communicate with people? Right? Now, here's what's interesting about this. And it took me a long time to learn this. And I'm going to tell you right now, you may not understand it. I got to a place in my life where I knew, because I had my goals written down, the work that I was doing was going to produce the goal. So because I created the future first, in my present, I was happy and grateful, and I was working the business at a feverish pace, at an excited pace, in an enthusiastic pace, because I knew that it already happened. So if a person didn't join my business, it didn't bother me because I knew my goal already happened. If a person did join my business, it didn't bother me because I knew, guess what? My goal is already done. If someone quit my business, it didn't bother me because I knew my goal was already done. If someone built the business, it didn't matter because I knew my goal was already done. I got detached from what people were going to do or not do because I knew that my goal was going to bring the right people and take away the wrong people from my business. And I focused on my goal, and I focused on the activities that would actually produce the goal that I actually had written down. So if my goal right now is to get to 10K, I'm going to start from the very beginning, 2 and free. I'm going to start from the very beginning, sponsor 12 to 15 people. I'm going to expose 120 to 150 people, not because of the money that I'm going to make today, but by me exposing 120 to 150 people, guess what I've done? I've worked on my skill of communication. I've worked on my skill of being able to pique interest and then eventually show them the plan and do a 3-way call. I've worked on my power phrase. My conversation style is a whole lot better. I'm much smoother with it. I'm not anxious. I'm not lacking in confidence, because guys, confidence is built through repetition. That's it. I'm not special. I'm not different from anybody else on this call. I've just repeated it over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's the simplicity of it. And I didn't get frustrated. I didn't get down when the business wasn't moving at the pace that I wanted to move, because I knew my goal was already done. When we started this business, we said, we're going to have 100 champions, right? And we did. We said, hey, we're going to have 200 champions. And we did, right? We said, hey, we're going to have 500 champions. And we did, right? So it's understanding that I've created it in the spirit form. I'm reading it 10 times a day. I'm writing it 10 times a day. So it has no choice but to happen, right? And then I'm engaged in the physical work. I'm utilizing all those different power phrases. I'm doing it in a conversation style. I'm in a hurry. I'm showing value. I'm taking it away, right? So you can't sting me if I take away your stinger, right? If I take the power away from you to hurt me, you can't hurt me. So I'm taking the power of rejection away from my prospect. They can't hurt me with their rejection, because I'm saying, hey, listen, I don't know if you qualify to be a part of this. All right, I don't know. I'm going to get back with my coach, my mentor. I'm going to get back with my business partner, and I'm going to let them know who you are and see if they can actually get you on this call. It's a private call, and see if I can get you on this call. Just little things like that. What you're doing is you're already closing before they even get on the presentation. Before they even see the business, you're already closing them. All right. So now I'm going to move them to now for them to actually show the plan. Now, the reason why you should be on these calls that are happening every day, or any call that Kai does, or any call that Akeem does, or any of your leaders, is you want to be taking notes on how to disseminate the information, how to give a presentation. If you guys watch me, I can give a full presentation with all of the information, 20 to 25 minutes. I can do it in less time than that. All right. I'm going through the process of piquing interest, showing the plan, validating the opportunity. They're either going to say yes or no. There's only 2 choices. But because I'm doing it with so many people, because I've exposed so many people to the opportunity, the numbers game always going to work for me. Does that make sense? And it's going to work for you too. If it can work for me, it can work for you too. But are you willing to play the numbers game? That's the key. Are you willing to play the numbers game? So we're going to start out, create that list, all right? Add on to that list over the next 30 plus days, right? And you're coming to the West Palm event, right? I'm sure if you're coming to West Palm, type 777. If you're going to be at the Beyond event, the I Am Beyond event, type 777 in the chat. Type that in there. That's what I'm talking about. You're going to be there. So you're going to get jacked up out of your mind. You're going to be fired up. You're going to be excited. You're going to have all the juice that's necessary. But what I'm talking about right now is the work that you do prior to the event and coming out of the event. So now, okay, how many people are going to be showing the plan? All right, how many times am I going to be showing the plan? I can get people to see the plan, but I now want to be the one to show the plan. So yeah, we got these opportunity calls, but I can do a one-on-one. I can do a 2-on-1. I can do a home meeting. I want to be showing the plan. You got to commit to this, guys. There's no way around it. You got to commit. If I'm part-time, I'm showing the plan 4 times a week. If I'm part-time and I'm really serious about getting off my job, I'm really serious about financial freedom, I'm showing the plan 5, 6 nights a week. I'm sitting down with someone, I'm putting up my laptop and I'm showing them the presentation. I'm getting better at giving this presentation. I said to myself years ago, if I get great at this presentation, people are going to join me. Right? That's what I said. So I got great at doing the presentation. I did it the same way every single time. Same exact way, same exact jokes, every single time, same exact time, repetition. It became a script, right? It became a script. I've been a script reader, ladies and gentlemen, for the last 18 years. Now I've had different scripts because this is my 5th company, right? But as soon as I got involved, I heard the presentation one time. Alex didn't go do presentations for me. Yvonne didn't go do presentations for me, right? I heard it one time. I said, okay, took notes on it, and I started to give it. Was I good in the very beginning? No, I wasn't. But I kept doing it. I kept doing it. I kept doing it. So 5, 6 nights a week, that's the commitment you got to make. If you tell me, David, I want to make 10K a month, all right? I mean, like your job, right? You tell your job, whatever your job is paying you on a monthly basis or weekly basis, they tell you, hey, listen, sir, you got to come in 5 days a week. They say, hey, you got to work 40 hours. You can't go back and say, you know what? 40 hours, this 40 hours thing, I really don't want to do that. I'm gonna work 10, but I want you to pay me for 40. That's essentially what you're doing when you say, I want to make 10K a month, but you show the plan once a month. How's that gonna work out? Right? If I want 500 people in my business, then 50 people can't find out about my business and 500 people get in. Right? I mean, unless you're Jesus and you can feed 5,000 people with 5 loaves and 2 fishes, right? It's impossible. So I've got to expose the business. I've got to show the plan to enough people for the numbers to work for me. Does that make sense? Right? So I'm going to expose the business, I'm going to show the plan 5, 6 nights a week. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I get people plugged in to the big events. The Zoom, this is a type of a big event, right? Maybe, a Saturday training that you guys have. I'm waiting for King Kai to let me know, hey, when is it open for us to come out there? I'm looking forward to coming back out there to Barbados, right? And all throughout the Caribbean. I know I'll be in Trinidad at some point as well. So this is the process that I took myself on. And it's not complicated. It's not hard. It's really simple. You have my goal written down. This is what's going to happen. All right, now I've got a prospect. I'm going to expose. I'm going to get good at communicating using that power phrase. I'm going to do that over and over and over again. So I get really good at it, get really comfortable at it. I'm going to show the plan 5, 6 nights a week. I've watched enough presentations. I've taken enough notes for me now to practice giving the presentation with a real person. They're either going to say yes or no. It doesn't matter. I'm working on getting better. They get involved in the business. I'm going to take them through the process, the 5-step process, all right, of how to build this business. You're getting their why. Why are they doing this business? Get them plugged into the different services, the educational platform that we have. Help them build a list of potential customers so we can help them get the 2 and free. Set up 4 meetings for them right away, and then get plugged into personal self-development. And that's the last thing I want to share with you guys tonight. You got to make a commitment, guys. You got to make a commitment that you're going to dive into personal growth. You got to make that commitment, guys. There's no way around it. You got to read the books. You got to listen to the tapes over and over and over again. You don't want income without the growth. You got to have the growth. You got to have the personal growth. So if it's Think and Grow Rich, if it's the science of getting rich, if it's the magic of believing, if it's the Believe Nation book, if it's Conceive, Believe, and Achieve, think about it, guys. Some of the books and audios that I was listening to for years, those people that I was listening to are now friends. Bob Proctor, days before he passed away, essentially told me that he was passing away. His last words to me, Bob Proctor, his last words to me was, "It is done, David." His last words, and he had a bunch of hearts next to it. All right, so he already knew. This is somebody I was watching in 2008 on The Secret. This is somebody I was listening to the audios over and watching on YouTube, right? But because I kept listening, John C. Maxwell, I'm taking a trip with him out of the country in a few days, right? He said, David, I want you to come on this trip with me. I want you to come meet the president of Guatemala. This is somebody I listened to, right? This is an audio, this is a book that I would read. So I'm telling you guys, it's not hocus pocus. I'm no different from anybody on this call, but you got to be willing to pay the price. You just got to be willing to pay the price. And if you're willing to pay the price, you're going to succeed. Now, here's the reality of it. There's over 100 people on this call. Only a handful of you are going to pay the price. You got to decide that you're in that handful, that you're going to listen every single day. You're going to listen to the audio. Listen, any negativity, eliminate it. You know, you got to focus. You got to really, really focus, guys. Focus on your dreams, your goals. Are they going to be distractions? Yes, they're going to be distractions. That's life. And trust me, I have more distractions than you. Right? Trust me, I have way more distractions than you. But I'm focused on where it is I'm going. I'm focused on the dream that I have. I'm focused on the destination. I'm not changing it for nobody. All right? I'm not changing it for nobody. All right? Had meetings all day today. I've got another meeting at 9 o'clock tonight. And because I know where it is that I'm going. And God is bringing the right people, the right situations, the right events in order for it to take place. And he can do the same thing for you, but you've got to pay that price. And guys, the beautiful thing about it is you pay the price once, then you'll continue to pay the price, but you'll have the prize. All right? I'm living the prize today from the price that I paid 18 years ago, 17 years ago, 16 years ago, 15 years ago, 14 years ago, 13 years ago, 12 years ago, 10 years ago, right? 5 years ago, right? But I'm living the price today. And the same thing can happen for you too, all right? So I wanted to really give you guys just some things that you could do from a building the business perspective, all right? Get that 12 to 15 down in the month of March. And some of you are going to hit platinum 1,000. That's the first building block. You help 7 to 10 other people do exactly what you just did. You hit your 10K. That's simple. All right. So, Akeem, Kai, thank you so much for having me on the call tonight. Hopefully, I was able to share some things with the group that could really help them. If you guys really understood what we talked about tonight, type 777 in the chat if you're ready to rock and roll. All right. Stay focused. Do not be distracted by anything, anyone. You know, listen, I wish everybody well. Everybody doesn't have to come along with me. I don't believe in that. There's different paths to success. If you decide to come with us, great. If you decide to choose another path, great. I already know that in order for you to win, you're going to have to do exactly what I talked about. I don't care what the name of the company is, right? I don't care what the product is, what the service is. The process is still the same, okay? So, Akeem, Kai, I'll pass it back over to you guys.
Hey, David, thank you so much. I know that you have a call, but can we just ask one question really quickly, probably about 5 minutes or so?
Sure.
Okay, great, because I know you have a call at 9, sorry. So really quick, bro, a couple years ago, when we first met you, you had recommended that we listen to the audio Eliminating Doubt from your mentor. You know, how important, bro, would you say those audios are the information audio, you know, to obviously overcoming these challenges and things that we face?
It's everything. You know, it's everything because, you know, faith comes by hearing. So you've got to make sure that you're hearing the right information all the time. So, you know, I was at a point in my life where I wanted to eliminate all doubt. Does that make sense? I didn't want any doubt or worry of, you know, is it going to happen? Can it really happen? So I started listening to that audio, and I listened to it every day. Every day. I still go back and listen to it from time to time right now. And I just listen to it over and over and over again. And now it's just on the inside of me. I know how to believe. Does that make sense? I know what stops. I know what creates a belief system, and I know what impacts a belief system. And that only happened because I was listening to the audio over and over and over and over again. So yeah, it's vital. It's vital that you do that. You know, without listening to that audio, I wouldn't be where it is that I am today.
Yeah, bro. I appreciate that 100%. I don't know, Kai, if you got a question really quickly. I know, David, we got 2 minutes left. I don't know, Kai, you got a question there, bro?
No, you good. It's a meeting, so I'm actually going to drive out. But go ahead.
Oh,
you're good.
All right, cool. Okay, you got any questions, bro?
Yeah, perfect. Well, yeah, David, just one thing, man, you know, that you would just really leave for everybody, you know, especially in this time, you know, where, you know, there's like you said, a ton of distractions, a lot of things happening around us and so forth, like what would you just say to the team, man? Things might not be looking the way that they might want it to look right now, but what advice, what word of advice, man, would you give them?
Well, it's really a choice. To be distracted is a choice. All right. So for me, it's goals over distractions. Is you have to like evaluate everything and say, okay, this situation here, is it moving me towards my goal, or is it moving me away from my goal? Does that make sense? And if it's not moving me towards my goal, then I don't focus on it at all. I mean, it's just that's just automatic. If it's not moving me towards where it is that I want to be, I don't focus on it. So it's my goals over distractions. And I did a training on that a long time ago called God, goals over distractions. All right. So, because, like, listen, everybody's not going to be with you. Right. I've had people come into the business, do well, and, the business stops working for them for whatever reason, and they decide to move on. That's okay. You're going to have people decide to do other things, and they may call your group or whatever. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Right. And if some people decide, okay, I want to go do that, you just wish them well, because you really want to see them successful. I don't want to see them successful just because they're with me. I want to see them successful. I know the price they have to pay. And if they pay that price here or there, they'll be successful. And so, everybody can say, oh, I got something better. Well, my question would be, well, how do you know it's better? If you just got there, how do you know it's better? You know what I'm saying? So, like, people say things just to say things, but if you really evaluate what people say, then you can make a smart decision for yourself, and then go from there.
Perfect, man. Awesome. Well, David, man, we appreciate you. If there's anything else, I keep. You said that you're driving out, so don't want to bombard you.
Good. I know, David, you got to run, so we don't want to take up too much more of your time, unless you give us permission to. Unless you give us permission to.
When I get in the elevator, the signal's definitely going to go out. So if you have more questions, you can do that.
Yeah. Well, let me see. Anybody got a question that they want to ask David before you get to the elevator? And you can unmute your microphone and you can go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go really, really, really quickly. In your book, Believe Nation, you said on page 70 that your consciousness is the only reality. Your consciousness is the only reality. And sometimes it's hard for people to live in that consciousness, right? Which is their reality. How would you help persons transition to that consciousness?
Well, you got to ask yourself, what do you want to be your reality? Right? So this is why the process of writing down those goals 10 times a day, right? And reading it out loud to yourself before you go to bed, that is going to create the consciousness. And your consciousness is your reality, right? So if I make that my consciousness, then that's automatically going to be my reality. Right? The problem is most of us are listening to things that don't serve us. They don't actually serve the reality that we want. We're paying attention to, social media. We're paying attention to what this person did, what this person said. And no, that's not in my consciousness. So it doesn't bother me. It doesn't, But now listen, I'm not saying that I was like this, a little bit ago. No, I had to develop that, but I developed it through creating the consciousness that I really wanted, the life that I really wanted. And no one is in control of that, Like I don't have the ability to make you successful. You know what I mean? Like no one has the ability to make you successful, because if they have the ability to make you successful, then guess what? They can keep your success too. All right? They can have the ability to make you a failure. You know, all I do is I just serve as an example that it's possible. All right, but you know, Jeff Bezos is worth 200 billion. You know, like, so there's levels to this. So you gotta like start your process of becoming better, becoming great at what it is that you're doing, creating the consciousness that you want, the life that you want through that exercise that we talked about. If you do that, it's gonna happen.
Going down.
Yes, sir. All right, brother. Well, thank you so much. You got into the elevator now, so the connection may cut out. But bro, that jacket is fresh. I love that jacket too, man. I just had to tell you that. Right? Yeah, you heard that. But guys, drop some sevens, man, in the chat for Mr. David Imonitie for coming on and blessing us with this training. I'm so grateful for him and the access that we have to him and his mentorship. And guys, you know, I want to remind you, the notes that we took tonight, you want to go over the notes. You want to become those notes. You want to apply what was taught tonight, the skills that we got to learn and obviously implement. That's what gets us to the goal, you know, practicing and getting better every single day. That's what we're going to do when we leave this call. So David, you're still there, man? I see you picking up.
Yeah.
Are you there still?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, man. Well, yeah, I was just telling you I love the jacket. The jacket is fresh. I don't know if you heard that one.
This is Stefano.
Yeah, Stefano Richie. Yeah. All right. All right, bro. Well, yes, sir. All right, hopping on the. You saying
All
something?
right, see you guys. I'll see you in West Palm.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
Off the chain.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, boss. Talk soon, man.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right, guys. So, all right, bye-bye. All right, guys. So we're gonna make the available, guys, to everyone that we posted in the group. I posted the audios as well from David's mentor, Ivy Hilliard. You want to take some time out to listen to those audios? I posted them in the WhatsApp groups, the chat here, and the Telegram groups. So when you get a chance, guys, you know, listen to those audios and really apply the information that's in there. So I don't know if you got anything else you want to say, brother, but I'm excited, man, for where we're going in this call.
Yeah, man, just like I keep saying, you know, like don't just leave the information in the book, right? Don't leave the notes in the book. It's actually go apply it, right? Put it into action, and let's get these goals, you know, like David said, man, I see a lot of persons they want to earn 10K a month. Well, we got the game plan, we got the blueprint from a building perspective, you know, to go and get it done. We're gonna put this recording on YouTube, right? We're gonna put it on YouTube. You know, I send you guys the link for as well. So just look out for that. So now it is time to get to work, the physical and the mental work. All right, you heard David talking about, you know, making it your consciousness, making it your reality. You know, man. So let's get it, guys. And if you don't have this book, you can probably go and order this book from David. This is loaded, right? This book is loaded with a ton of information, man. You know, just faith, belief, and everything, right? That you need to be successful. So, guys, with that being said, have a great night, right? We're gonna see you guys. Today's what, Thursday? Wednesday. It's Wednesday. So, you know, just keep it locked to the groups, keep it locked to the channels. You know, you see any calls, etc., that are posted. You know, let's get it, man. Let's build this. You know, and March 1st, we're writing those goals down every single day. Have a great night, guys. We'll see you guys on the next call. Be blessed.